Hello and welcome. You're watching us here on Halftime Report on CNBC-TV18. I'm Mangla Malu. With me as always, Ekta Bhatra as well as Sonia Shinoy. The reason why we're a little more happy today, apart from the fact that it is Friday, is that adding to the Friday cheer are the markets themselves. A 300-point gain on the Nifty. Through today's trading session, all dips have been bought into. We're holding on to that 17,300 mark, and it's been led by a bunch of sectors. We've had the Nifty Bank come to the party as well with a 2% gain, and the IT stocks, Infosys, single-handedly lifting that index higher.
Oh, absolutely. And we also had that sharp turnaround rally in the US, right? That's where the party started, actually. I think pulling back from oversold levels, it was 6 straight days of a fall in the US, and that took all global markets with it. The quantum of FI selling has also reduced in India, which is a great thing. FI sold just about 1,600 crores yesterday versus an average of 2,500 crores that they sold in the previous 4 days. So lots of stocks to talk about. IT is front and forward in terms of the headlines, but there are plenty of other stocks too.
Yes, absolutely. We will be waiting by for Bajaj Auto numbers, but remember that's expected post-markets today. So that would be something that the street would be watching. But besides that, it is a lot about the macro data. We are waiting for the WPI data, which will be due anytime soon. So the September WPI, which is basically the wholesale price index, is probably expected to soften this time round. 11.21% is what the CNBC TV18 poll is expecting versus around 12.41%. Additionally, remember, it has been a lot about the inflation data. We did have the India CPI, which really kicked off the data this week, and that came in at a 5-month high at around 7.4%. The US CPI data, despite coming in at around 8.2%, with the core CPI, in fact, worrying at 6.6%. The street seems to have brushed off the concerns there. And we did have the China CPI data, which came in at around over 2%, which was the highest that we've seen since April 2020 as well. So a lot of macro data to reckon with, but it seems as though the equity markets are celebrating Diwali a bit early at this point in time. But let's wait by for the WPI data. Till then, let's talk about TVS Motors, which in fact has become the 6th most valuable listed automobile company, beating Hero Moto in terms of market capitalization. Sonia, tell us more.
So, it's been a very interesting journey that TVS Motor has had. Today, the stock has hit a lifetime high, and I think it's apt to pull up a one-year chart. This doesn't really do justice to the story. TVS Motor is up 75% in 2022 so far. And here's the story, right? On October 12th, that's a day before yesterday, TVS Motor's market cap has exceeded Hero Moto's market cap for the first time ever. And it's important because Hero Moto is the market leader, as we know. Now TVS's market cap is at 51,750 crores, while Hero Moto stands at 51,300 crores. Now, why is this happening? TVS is narrowing its profitability gap between its peers. Now, if you look at the average EBITDA per vehicle that TVS Motor enjoys, it has risen from 2,300 rupees EBITDA per vehicle in FY10 all the way to 6,400 rupees in Q1 of this fiscal. Now, the EBITDA per vehicle for TVS is only 35% below its peer average. It's still below the peer average, but it's narrowing the gap quite a bit. And the EBITDA share in the peer group has gone up from just 6% in FY17 all the way to 13% in FY22. So that gap is narrowing. But even if you look at the margins, right, you compare both TVS and Hero, and we've done that for you. TVS's quarterly margins have been on an improving trajectory from 7% same time last year all the way to 10% in Q1, while Hero Motors has actually been falling in the preceding 4 quarters from 12.5% to 11.2%. So just a small comparison on why TVS sort of is outpacing Hero MotoCorp as far as market cap is concerned. In that context, this quarter's numbers for TVS will be important. It's expected to be quite strong, a volume growth of 12% and a margin improvement of about 50 basis points quarter on quarter. So that's the big headline today, that not only has TVS hit a lifetime high, but for the first time ever, it's crossed Hero MotoCorp in terms of higher market cap now.
Okay, all right. So that's on TVS Motors, but we do have the